Go live. Hello everyone. We should be live now. I hope everyone is enjoying their weekend. So we are continuing today with this little house that we have been working on the few last times, and I hope you will join me and watch what I'm doing.
It's me.
If the sound is okay, I'm just listening. Yes, it is. I can hear myself on my husband's computer, so that's perfect. So, hello everyone, and welcome. I hope you had a great day, and I've been looking forward to doing this. I know I'm a bit early, so I'm just sitting here and talking a tiny bit so that you can so everyone can come on and don't feel that they have been losing anything. Hello, I hear you. That's good. Thank you, Em. And nice to see you here. I'm happy that you joined. And my hair is like everywhere today, but that's how it is sometimes. I have a new computer that I am working on, or from today. Nice smile and happy crafting. Thank you, my husband, my dear. So I have got a new computer that is all set up, and I actually got a new webcam. You can actually see that right here. That can be connected with my computer. So today the picture should be a little more clear and a little better. So I hope really that this setting will be even better than the last one. I got a little money for Christmas, so I spent it wise. So that's my new camera, the new setup, and everything should be really clear and easy to see. And I'm really happy about this one. I had a lot of fights with the other camera, but that's the room we're working on, and we actually did make pretty much last time. I think we made this little furniture here with all the decorations on and the little shelf up there. So we will see what we're going to do today and how much we will end up with when we are all done. So today I have been sneak peeking in the little book. Oh, that's my husband with some soda for me. Thank you. So I've been sneak peeking in the book to see what we are going to do today. And we didn't make this basket yet. So I want to do that one first. Let's see. I have the setup here where it's a bit closer, and I know you don't see me here, but here you can see the details of the little basket that we are going to do today. And I made I already cut out the first two pieces that we're going to need for this one. So let's do this one first. I know still that people, no, it's 7 now, so it's all fine. So we're going to start with this little basket here, and I found out that we are going to need these this paper thread here to wrap around it, and we also need these pictures to curl up and put in there, and a tiny piece of fabric to put over the edge. But let's start with the little basket here. So I hope everyone have had a very nice weekend. We have had that so far. And yesterday we were to my husband's nephew's birthday party, and that's why we are live today and not Friday as I usually do. So I hope it's all fine with you guys. Let me take some glue here, my Fabri-Tac. I actually came to like this one really much. I normally don't like when glue is stringy, But I found that if you just use a tiny bit of it, it's actually not that bad of a string it has, and I like that very much. Let me put the lid on that one. So anyway, I hope you guys have been doing some awesome things here today. What time is it by you guys? I would like to know. Okay, let me glue this one together. I want it to be as straight as possible. I think that's good. So I'm just keeping that together, and I think we need to hold it a tiny bit here, maybe a little longer. Oh, and I really want to know that 10 a.m. Ooh, that's early. Then you have a long day ahead of you. Mine is almost over. It's 7 p.m. here. But I like to do this in the evening because then there is a little more quietness in the house. Well, our big girl, she is now 22. She has her own house now, her own flat actually, and that makes it a little more easy to do these live streams here. But today she's actually visiting here, so that's nice. But she will have to live with that I am in here instead. So I just folded all these small triangular shapes here down, and then I'm gonna take my glue here and just try putting a tiny bit of glue on there all the way around on all of these. Yeah, I need to get motivated, but there's sickness going around, so we cancels our plans for the day. Oh yeah, I hope you will be well, all of you, soon. That's not funny to be sick. And especially not if you had some plans you really liked to do, and then you just have to cancel that because someone is sick in the house. That's so annoying, but that's life. So I'm supposed to glue this around this little pot here, but I think it's very stiff, so I'm very interested if this will actually work. I'm using my fingers here to soften it up a tiny bit and see if that will do it a little lighter to work with. I think that's actually better. Okay, let's go for it. So let me see, just the first part here, we want that to be really good and stuck on there, because if that's really good on there, then it's easier to do the rest. Is that actually taking some of the light here? So I'm just gonna hold it right there. Oh yeah, that was what I was wanting to say, that I'm still working on making a Q&A. So if you have some questions for me you really like to be answered, that can be personal, that can be craft, that can be, yeah, whatever you like to know about me, you can write that on the little was that a short I made the other day where I asked for questions. So please leave your questions there, and I will try to make a video where I am answering all these questions in, and I might answer personal questions. We will see. Yeah, we were going to go ice skating. Oh, but we can do that another time. Yeah, that's true, but it still sucks when you have to cancel stuff like that when you're sick. I'm sorry about that. I hope you will get to do it soon. So the first round here, I am just trying to make sure that it is nice and all the way around this little pot here. And it takes it times to be glued on. So hello everyone, if there's someone that just came in, just wanted to say hi to you. I hope you all have a good day. And I'm still working on this little room here. I'm actually not sure what scale it is in, but I think it is a half scale room. But the box that I got it in does not say anything about that. And this is gonna be very sticky to do. I just popped on a tiny bit of glue here on the side and hope that is enough to keep it in place. Let me do a little more here. And then I'm just winding it around this little paper cone that I have here. That's actually a very good idea for a garbage can or something. So it's usable. And a little more glue here. All the way around. And I'm holding it firm and tight so that it is not unraveling for me. And I can feel the glue on my thumb, and I hate it when I stick to everything, but that's how it is sometimes. Now we are coming to the top. I think I need a tiny bit more glue up here so that it won't unwind later. And we reached the top, and then they kind of show that you put a piece of the string on top of the paper here. See if I can do that. Just going very slowly and carefully around here. Oh, that is not that easy. And everything is sticking to me right now. Let's see, almost around the top as well. And I think if I cut it first maybe, and then glue this little end piece in here. Let's see. There we go. I'm all the way to the top of this little basket. It actually looks pretty cute. I like it. There we go. I'm just gonna hold it for a second or two to make sure it's not unwinding. We don't need that one. And keeping my voice going on here. It can actually be quite hard to sit here and talk like that for hours. And this glue is just amazing. I like how it's gripping this fast, and it's usable right now. I think I need to cut a tiny bit off right there to make it a little more even when standing. Oh, not into my soda. Okay, so I needed this one, and then I need the pictures that is A412. That is the 3 pictures here, and I need a piece of cloth or fabric. Let's see what we got in here. Please, only the fabric here. There we go. And let's open up here and see what we got. I think that might be this little piece that we need. I think that's for the couch, for the pillowing in the couch. So I will leave that for that and take this little piece, and they say 2.7 centimeters. And let's see here. This is a lot bigger. What do I have? Okay, I need to put this away so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. So 2.7 centimeters. That's around here. And you can't see that. Okay, yeah, you could. Good, good, good. And then the other way, 2.7. Around there, and then it's actually almost square. So let me just cut this out real quick. And then just neaten up this little end here. There we go. I'll put this in the garbage. Away with that. Good. And then you're supposed to take this little cloth and pop it in here like that, and then push it out over. Okay, I am going to take a little of this cloth and a little of this glue, and I actually want this side out. I just saw that this has two different sides, not size. It has a textured side and then a sewn in side. So I'm just gonna put my glue here on this sewn in side. Just a tiny bit to keep it in the little bucket. And then I want it to be able to hang over the top connection here. Just making sure it will stay in there, and then they want us to bend it over if I can, and then let it hang down like that. So it is actually glued on there. So I'm just gonna, if you can see that, I'm just gonna put in a strip of glue and just glue it onto that first. And then I'm gonna try to glue the corners here a tiny bit as well. Doot. And the other side. There we go. And get rid of that one. I also have a string right here. Let's get rid of that. There. It's still don't want us to stand up right, but we are going to make it work. So what do you think about my new camera here? Is it better than the old one? I kind of think it is, but I would like to know what you think. Is the picture more clear by you? Is it easier to see what I'm doing? And cut off this. So I'm just going to cut out these posters that's supposed to go into this little basket here. So just cutting them out. There we go. Oh, I had a little too much white here. It looks really good. I think it's better than the other one. Oh, I'm happy to hear that. I haven't been looking on my old live streams myself because I thought that the quality is it was really bad, and it kind of made me sad to look at that it wasn't better, but now I finally got the money for a new computer, a faster one, so the internet connection should also be better. And then this little, that is actually just a webcam that I'm using here, but it's a good webcam, so I'm really happy for the setup. And it also makes it more fun to make these videos or these lives here. So I'm just taking these small pictures, and I have this what you call that? It's a bamboo skewer. Is that right? I think it is. And I'm just carefully rolling it up over. And the first bit is a bit tricky. You need to get it all to go the same way so you don't get a bend the other way at the middle or at the corners. So I'm just gonna bend it slowly and then roll it around this pen. There we go. And then pop it into the little basket here. And the last one. And then we have the first little craft all done. So that's kind of nice. Come on. There we go. I think this turned out a little crooked, but I don't think you see it when it's in there. There we go. And put that back. That actually turned out really cute. I think it's very cute. So it's a little basket with this 3 posters in there. That actually turned out really nice. Good. Let me take this magazine really quick and see where this is going to stand. It's going to stand in front of the little drawer thing, so around here. So I am going to, yeah, it's really dark when I have it standing like that. So I'm just gonna take a little of my Fabri-Tac hair here and just pop it on there. Because in these small rooms like these, I like that everything is kind of glued in place, so that I can move it without anything is falling around by moving things, because that ain't fun to pick everything up again. I'm just gonna clean this a little. There we go. Put the lid back on. It looks really good. I think it's... Oh, that was the other one. Sorry about that. So there we go. That piece is in place. That really is nice. I like it. Turned out good. Okay, let me put it to the side and take a look here. Then we have this little coffee table. Why is there 2 cups? Why is there 2 cups? Oh, because there's one on the other table as well. I don't know if you can see that. But there's a tiny cup here and a tiny cup right there. Okay, that's really cute. Yeah, I think it is. And it was an easy craft, and you can actually do that by yourself. You just have a piece of a paper and fold it into a cone. Maybe put a bottom on, it's easier, I think. And then wrap the paper string around it. And that was it. Okay, the cups. They are right here. So we are taking out these 2 beads, right? Yes. There we go. So we need those, and then stick paper in cup. Oh, so we have a paper somewhere? Yes, we do. There's a tiny piece of coffee brown paper right here, and I think that popping that in there would be difficult. So I don't know really what to do about that. I will think about that, and then I will find this white wire that we need. somewhere. It's not in there, and it's not in here, and I don't see it in here. Oh, it's right there, right in front of my eyes. That's the usual thing. So that's for the little handles of the cup. Let me put that to the side again. So they should be around 7 millimeters. So that is around there. Small things can be hard to find. Yeah. Huh? I know. Maybe use UV resin. Oh, yeah, I was actually thinking about that. That could be the right way to do it. And then pop in a tiny bit of a brown colored paint. I don't have a dark brown. I will just I have some special tape. Just a second. Where is it? Let's I'm back. I have some special tape here for resin, and then a little thing to what's the name? To mix the resin in. So let me take a tiny piece of this, and then we will try it out. So first one on there, and the other one, and then I need my resin. Yeah. Do you have chalk pastel? I use that to tint my resin. I do. I actually never tried that one out. I'm just gonna move a lot of stuff that I have around me here. I'm working on so many things for you guys. So let's see here. I have these, we don't want those to get away from us. And put that to the side. I'm just gonna put them over on the floor here. So maybe I should take one of my glass plates here. Sorry about that. And pop that on there. And this is so sticky. And it should be stand there. Thank you. And then I had a toothpick somewhere. And then we need a drop or two of resin. That is just a normal UV resin. I like this one from Sophie and Toffee. That's actually my favorite ones. And that is not a commercial for Sophie and Toffee, but I get my own resin from her. Good. So let's see. I think the dark brown here, let's try that one out. Where's my X-Acto knife? I don't know how much to put in there. So let's just start slowly. Can you see it? I think you can. It's not dark enough. Oh, that's a good way to tint your resin. I need to remember that one. Yes, that will work. Can we agree on the color? Is that good enough for a dark coffee? That's a good brand. I love their molds and things. Yes, Sophie and Toffee, they are awesome. I have gotten so many things from them, and I think most of the things actually turned out really awesome. And the things that doesn't turn out good, that's often my own fault. But that's how life is sometimes. Okay, let's put in a dot here. And one there. And just fill up these small cups here. I hope that it's not too dark to be hardened. Looks good. I don't drink coffee, but I used to make it. I do neither. My husband liked coffee. I never learned. And he is always making his own coffee because I don't know how to. So he does not like it when I do it. So I told him, well, then you have to do it yourself. That's just how it is. Okay, so I am going to take these and pop them into my light. It is standing right here behind my computer. And pop on the light. There we go. Very good. Okay, I can take, I'm sorry about that. I can take my nose plier here and just make kind of a little, what do you call those? Candy canes out of it. Looks a bit like a candy cane when you bend it like that. For the handles, I like them to be a little equal and a little rounded. So I'm gonna round this one a tiny bit more. Whoops. I think that will work maybe. Then they will sit like, yeah, that will work. Okay, I'm gonna put them over to the side on the flooring of the little room, and now everything is falling down here from my work desk. So let us make the little table here in the meantime. So I need this bag. Let's put this to the side again. So I need 2 cross sections and a stick and the tabletop. Okay. Let's see what we have in here. So I have a lot of unpainted squares right here. I think that's for the couch. Then we have some smaller ones there. That's a tabletop for the little table. We have the crosses, and then we need this one. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this and stuff it in the bag. And I'm just gonna turn on the light here again. It's a 2 minutes UV light that I have, so it's it needs to be turned on here and there. Okay, so it says to glue it on the cross first. I think I'm going to take my super glue for that. So just a tiny dot of glue. If it comes out. There we go. Not too much. So a tiny bit of glue, and then pop this one in the middle. Like that. I have glue residues all over. Yes, and then a tiny bit on top of it, and then put them together to the bottom part of the little table. There we go. I think that is pretty straight on there. Let that dry. Let that dry for a few seconds, and then we will put on the tabletop. I'm just gonna find a piece of this paper because we have some pictures that I put aside for the next step. Some pictures that is going all the way around in the house or the room. So I'm just making sure I have that next to me. I think that's good. Let me turn that over and pop the glue on here. Just a tiny bit on each of these, otherwise it takes too long for this to dry and we don't want that. Pop the lid on, turn this around, and position it on the table. I think it's a little crooked. There it is. Good. I'm just gonna turn the cups around over here. There we go, and then give them some light from the other side to make sure that the bottom part of the resin is hardened as well. So that is the little table done. Oh, I like that. It's cute. It's very cute. So we need a book on that one. Oh. Is that a book or a magazine? It's a book. No, it's a magazine. Sorry. I think that's it. Let me see if I can show you. So there is this little book right here underneath underneath the coffee cup, and here it looks like it has pages in it, but it really do not. Okay, and they don't show how it's done. Complete above magazine by the same step. Oh, so there must be some inlay for the book somewhere. I have this, and I have that, and I have this. Oh, here it is. Found it. That one. That's the inside of the book. Good. Found it. Let's put that to the side again. So I'm just gonna cut this out. Let's do it neat. We don't want to rust this too much, so cutting out this little ribbon here. There we go. And then the little book cover. Come on. And cut that out really nicely as well. There's standing something here. I think it's a nail studio book. So someone is in this little room like decorating nails. And I'm as always using my scissor for bending these things. It actually says nail style right there at the back side of this little book. There we go. And then I am going to take this one, and let's see, I want to bend it that way. There we go. So there, this way, this way. And the last one. There we go. Put the scissor away, and then just bend the book in place. And I see I have bent it a tiny bit wrong, so I'm just correcting the top part here. The other part is looking nice. So let me open it up, and I have this glue thing. This is an easy runner, and I really like this glue, but this lid is always getting stuck on there, and I'm normally having some kind of paper that I can put under when I'm doing this. And that was what I had. So now I can just glue these sides together 2 and 2, and I didn't get anything on this little flap here, so I want to have that. There we go. Then I can take the book cover, let me take that away, fold this over and make sure that the back of the book is placed right, and then just glue everything in place. And I have a tiny bit sticking out here. There we go. That was easy. And the coffee should also be all done. Let me put the lid back on here. That was right the first time. Okay. Let's take a look on that. Looks fine. Yeah, perfect. That's nice. That was a great idea. I never tried to use my soft pastels for making the colors on resin before, but that is actually very effective, and it doesn't seem to affect the resin in any way, and I really like that. So that's really good. Okay, we need to get these small handles on these coffee cups. Let's see. So I'm just gonna grip it and then put a tiny bit of my super glue on each end here, and then try to pop it on the cup only and not my fingers. Just keep it there. Glad it worked out. Yeah, me too. I think this is working out really nice. So this cup is almost done. Let's make the other one, even though that we don't need it right now. And then tiny bit of super glue on there and put it on the little cup. Yay! Whoa! And now I'm knocking over everything. So that's a little coffee table or side table, and then we need the little book. And I think I have to put a little glue on each of the sides because the book is shut and the coffee is standing right on top of the book. So I need to glue it together. Let me take my Fabric-Tech. I have a lot of different glues here around me. So I'm just gonna stick the sides here together. Just with a tiny bit of glue. There we go. And then they put it like around here. Like that. Let me hold that for a second or two. Are you close enough to the things that I'm doing, or do you want me to go closer in with the picture, or is this good enough? Can you see what I'm doing here? I know my fingers are often in the way, but I hope you can see it anyway. And then they put the little coffee cup up on the top. So let me put in a tiny bit of glue. Around on the middle of the book. See if I can get rid of the string. taking the little cup and placing it on top. Yay! Put this to the side. There we go. So that actually turned out really, really, really good. Let me find the little book here again. And let's see where they placed that one. It's here in the front of the house, and it's okay for me to point at that, but it's not good if I don't take it in so you can see it. So it's kind of standing around here. That's good. I think it's good because if you get too close, something may end up being off screen. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I hope you can see the things that I'm doing here. I'm just gonna move that one, and I'm gonna turn it up a bit so you can see what it is. Normally I like to color things, but I really like the colors in this set. Only not the one this one had, but I think this blue here is beautiful. So they want it to stand right here, and I think it is very close to the dresser. It could be standing out here instead, because there's nothing in this place in the room. So it could be standing right here instead. Let me show you. I don't know if you can see that. So it's standing right there, but there's nothing here in this place. There's a picture in front of the little drawer, and this empty space here, that would actually be kind of cool if it was standing maybe around here. So I'm gonna do that. Let me glue that one on, and I'm gonna take my fabric tag. And let me see, there was no carpet under there. Good. Doot doot. And here, and here. And then I think I'm gonna turn it this way. Doot. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. It needs to go so that the acrylic plates do not touch. There we go. So that part is done. Put that to the side, and that in the garbage. And it's sticking to my finger instead. Okay. I like where this is going. It's turning out really neat. Really neat. So let us take the little book back here and take, oops, wrong way around. And I want to put this little cup in safety. Good. Dum 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 dum. The posters. Let's do some posters. So we have quite a lot here. So they want me to take this one for itself, and these all, maybe these, now I need to figure out if they are a part of the pictures as well, or if there's something else. Bum 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 bum. Here we go. We have 3 pictures here. That's the 3 big one. Then we have this one. We have one standing here. We have a plate on top there. I don't see that anywhere. Here it is. There it is. There it is. That's the one going on top there. Then we have this one standing in the window. And the 2 smaller ones are postcards. So we don't put backing on them, I think. Doesn't look like it. So these 2 and this one and that one and this one needs a backing. So I'm just gonna cut off a tiny bit of this excess here. And this one actually also need a backing. So I'm just gonna pop them on something like that. There we go. Oh, careful that we don't lose those two. And this one. And this one should actually have 2 pieces of background. I think 1 is enough. Let me take this one. And this is always sticking. And then I'm just gonna put some of this on there. And then just make sure it's really good glued down. And then this little one. I have kind of an idea of where the pictures are when I am gluing with this one, so I'm sure that there is glue in all the edges of these small pictures. Let me get some room here. So because this is an instant glue, I can cut them out right away, and that is kind of awesome. There we go. And they want me to glue the frame on here. The little frame here, they want me to glue that one onto pieces of this one. They actually want me to glue on 2 pieces, but I think 1 should be enough. Let me take this one again. And then making sure that I have it around where the parts for this little frame is. Let me see, I think that's right. Bum bum bum. I stick that on as well. Now we can cut everything out. So I'm just gonna take my time. Actually, I should have been doing the inside of this one first, so I'm just gonna leave that for a tiny bit. And then I'm just gonna cut these small signs and posters out. So that one, this one, one more, and then this long thing here. That one, and then these 2 smaller ones. I'm trying to cut exactly on the line, but I would love it that the line does not show on the little done picture. So I'm trying to do this very perfect is the wrong word. I'm just being careful with this when I'm cutting them out. That's supposed to go like that. And then these small signs here, this one, and then I need a cutting mat. And yes, I know I have a cutting mat here, but I actually have a plastic mat on top of that to make sure that I'm not destroying my cutting mat underneath. And I know that is pretty weird, but I like this big one because it's a really big one, and I'm just gonna try to be careful that I don't ruin it right away. I actually think I got that for Christmas last year, or that would be in 2021. And I'm just going to cut the inside here of this little frame for that one picture. See if I can get it out really neat and nice. It's always hard with the corners when you're cutting out stuff. It's kind of like they don't really want to be cut out. You're all very, very quiet today. But it's all fine. Come on. So it's this corner down here. There we go. Come on. Yay! Oh, oops. There we go. Perfect. And now I can cut out this little frame. And then it is a little difficult to cut this frame because it's so oh, my words are playing with me today. Words are hard. It's fragile. That's a word. It's fragile. Okay, so this one, and then we need to glue this one on top to give it a tiny bit of dimension, and I need a glue that I know will work as I want it to. So I am gonna take my wood glue here and then just take a tiny bit of that, and then I had another toothpick somewhere, and I'm just gonna take a tiny bit of the glue and popping it onto the frame here all the way around. Making sure especially the corners have glue on there, because it's always the corner that's giving the problems first if you didn't glue it good enough. So it's kind of important to make sure that the corners are glued really good. There we go. And then I'm taking the little picture here and I'm trying to place this precisely onto the little picture. I think that works. So is any one of you doing something special in Mini for the time, or do you have some ideas planned, something special? Last time you had some very interesting things going on, and I was able to see a few of them, and I think they are awesome. I kind of like all kinds of handwork, and especially the one that I can do in miniature as well, like crocheting, knitting, and embroidery and stuff like that. I really love that. Okay, let me cut this one out. Just following the edge of the frame here that we glued on. And the last side. And we have a cute little picture in a frame. Get rid of that. Now I think we can glue in the different pictures in the little house. So I need a tiny bit more of this. This is a Patex wood glue, and you can get it in a big bottle, but you can also get it in this tiny bottle. And I really like the size of these. Whoops. They fit very well in the hand when you're doing minis like that. No minis, just not enough time and energy. I'm working on thread boxes for Valentine's Day. They hold 2 small candles. Thread boxes. Are that the ones where you have a lot of needles in there, and then you are using this sewing thread and making some awesome patterns between? I've seen those kind of pictures, and I think they're awesome. Is that the one you're thinking of, or is your thread boxes something different? Let me see. So these goes to the side, and I'm gonna take this one and popping that in the screen, and then I need this little booklet to be on the right side so I can see what is what. So this little one is going on top of the window, so I'm just gonna take a tiny bit of my glue, and it doesn't need to be perfect, just make sure there's enough on there to put it in so that it will stay. I'm just placing it there, and then sorry, treats for candy. No, that was candies. That is me. That is for some reason I can't read today. I'm really sorry about that. You did say candies. I don't know why I saw that as candles. Oh yeah. Oh well, you know, I would really love to see what you're working on. So if you want to, you can always send me a picture on Facebook. I really would love to see that. It sounds amazing. Okay, the little gray one here is going to be somewhere around there. So let me pop some glue on that one. And turn it around and pop it down. There we go. Keep it for a second to make sure it is sticking. So that one's go there and these go on the side. Okay, I think that's good. So I'm just gonna turn this around, and then they want this one around here and the other ones next to it. So I'm just gonna take that one and just pop in a tiny bit of glue, especially on the corners. There we go, and let me put a little here on the middle, and then see if I can line it up. I cannot do it like that, so I'm sorry if my hand is in the way. So it is going to be sitting right here, and I'm just making sure that the dots here are that it is kind of lined up, this little picture with the dots, so that way I know it is straight. There we go. And then they want these two on the side. They want this one on top. I'm not gonna do it like that. I'm doing the other way around. So glue in the corner, all 4 corners. And a tiny bit here on the back side, on the middle of the back side. And then this is going around here. Again, I'm lining it up with the dots here on the wallpaper to make sure it's kind of straight. There we go. Then this little one Again, the glue in the corners. And over here. And a little in the middle. Taking this one. And trying to line it up with the dots and the picture on top of it, and then just squeeze it down for a second or two to make sure that it is going to stay where we want it to. There we go. Yay! So now it looks like this. It is actually turning out pretty good. I like this little room here. There we go. Oh wait, we have this one as well. And this one is supposed to be standing here by the little dresser or cabinet. So I'm just gonna put a tiny bit of glue here on the middle of the top one, and then some here at the bottom to make sure that it is going to stick to the floor. And I put it all in the wrong space, so I'm just gonna move the glue here a tiny bit and then stick it. There we go. And that's actually a lot of details just in this little corner here, and I like that they put that many details in there, because that really makes it come to life. Okay, so far so good. I actually have these 3 pictures left. That was the postcards. Let me just check one more time to see here. So 2 of them are standing on this little shelf unit, and the last one is standing in the window frame. That's this one. So I'm just gonna put the 2 for the little shelf unit to the side, and then I'm just gonna cut this one out for the little window. So I'm just gonna make sure it's very nice and neat. There we go. And then they want it in the window. I'm thinking of putting some acetate in here, because there's only 3 pieces for around the box, so that would go here, here, and here. The translucent, that means that there is getting dust into the window, so I'm thinking of putting a piece of acetate in there. Yeah, let me do that. Just a second and I will find it. I have kind of a few pieces of that. And yes, I have it in a box of plastic. So I have these pieces here, and you won't believe me when I am telling you that this is from the Corona whatever. From the Corona time. It was one of those shields you had in front of you, and I cut that into pieces, and there is a protective piece of plastic on, I think that is on both sides of this, that we need to get rid of. But that means that I can go in here and figure out how big or how small I want these first, and we don't want to cut the wire. So I'm just going to use one of these to measure the height of these small windows here, and the top is around there. So I'm just gonna cut it off and make sure that it fits. It's a bit too long. And let's cut off a tiny bit more here. And make sure that it fits almost. There's a tiny bit wrong with this little corner here. Yeah, good. Then I am going to cut one more out of that so that we got two of those. And there we go. Put that away. And now I have two of them, and I need to see if I can peel off this protective layer here. I could leave it on, but then I would glue to the protective layer instead of the real plastic. See if I can get it. There we are. That was one side. And the other one, I really don't get it why they put these protective pieces on those face masks or face shields. Stop it. Did I turn that wrong? Yeah, it needs to go on like that. And then this one, as a ted would be good. Agreed. Yeah. Then it won't get too dusty too far, too soon. That is sticky. I hate when there comes dust into my things, especially these small things. In the big room there that I am going to show you, I think that is on Monday, I will show you that. My big dollhouse here behind me. I have this little card house standing, and small cards lying around on the carpet. Nothing is glued. And one day I wanted to blow out a tiny bit of dust, and all these small cards, they were all over the house. So don't you blow into your houses, because that is just gonna make a mess. Thank you for the idea for the windows. You're welcome. I like to shield them off. It's nice not to get dust everywhere. So I'm going to take my Fabri-Tac glue. I don't know how that works with acetate, but I know that super glue is definitely not good, because that leaves some white, not marks, but kind of a frosted effect on the acetate, and you don't really want that in your windows. And I know my paper glue would not stick to the acetate at all, so I hope this one will work. So this is kind of a tryout for that, and I got a tiny bit too much right there. There we go. And then take the first little window and pop the glass in there, making sure it's all the way down in the glue. I got a little too much glue there, but as long as it doesn't go out on the window itself, I don't care. And then the other one, and now I have a lot of glue here. Just a tiny layer of this glue, and I'm only doing the outside because there is enough around the windows here for it to be glued on. If I only had a little of it, I would do the crisscross in the middle of the window as well, but here it's not needed at all. Making sure it is in the glue. There we go. And now we have real small windows, or well, as real as they can be. And I can take my paper glue here, or wood glue, and just a tiny bit of that. And taking this little picture here, I think I'm just gonna put a tiny bit of glue here on this part here, because it's gonna be sticking against this little piece of the window like that, so it's standing right there. That's neat. Okay, put that outside and see what else to do. I think we are actually getting pretty far in this little book here. So we did those, then they have these small flags, and they are sitting, let's have a look. They are sitting on top of everything here in this side. So right there, yeah, you can see that. So let me find that piece of paper. It's right here. And I have a lot of small pieces back here. I don't want to lose them, so I'm just gonna put that to the side. Okay, let's do this one as well. So we need to cut out all these small flags here. That's a lot of cutting. And this one we need for another time. Yeah, let's do it. Did they cut them? They actually parted them. Okay, so we need to cut them one by one, but I'm just gonna do one at a time here. And then we're gonna do this one, and then I think we will stop for today, if that's okay with you guys. Let's turn that around. And then the next one. And I could have done this outside of the camera, but I think it's good for you guys to see also how long time it can take to make minis, because sometimes you think it's like, oh, that's easy because it looks easy, and then when you try it out it's taking like forever, or it's difficult and stuff like that. But as a creator and a video creator, we like the videos to have a certain length, that they are not going to be like for hours long. And because sometimes the projects are taking like forever to do, and we want to show how to do it, the big steps, and all the waiting and the cutting out papers, the painting stuff, all these things that everybody knows how to do. It's like we skip that so that the videos are not getting too long and too boring to look at. But I think here and there it's good to be reminded that some of the things actually takes like forever to do. Oops. There we go. And the last one. This yellow color is really hard to see in real life, and I think it's also really difficult on the camera, but it has this really light yellowish color to it, and I didn't do that right either. There we go. Okay, and then they want me to use some kind of string. What does it say here? It says stick small colored flags on to the iron wire. Iron wire? Is that the white one? I don't have enough of the white one for that. Okay, I am just gonna take a look. That's a golden, that's a gold wire, that's a black wire, that's a thin white. There is no iron wire. wait, there. It says iron wire. I'm not sure you can see that, but there is no such thing in the little of these, so I cannot use those, and I don't have enough of the white, I think. Let me see, it needs to be 9 centimeters, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's not enough. Okay, I have my own. I'm gonna take my own wire here, because I know there is enough here. Okay, let me cut that off. I really shouldn't do that with my scissor, but I don't feel like finding anything else right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. Good. Go on, back in there, so that you don't unwind. Thank you. And then I'm gonna take these and then just bending this little top backwards on all of them. So that was this side. And this one. And one more. And these are hard to get up from the table. Come on. There we go. Nope. There we go. Okay. Put that to the side. So I'm gonna try to straighten this out a bit. There we go. And then I am gonna take a little of my wood glue and put on this little flap here, and place that around this little wire. Just making sure that it is really good stuck on there. Then we need one of the yellows, popping them on and placing that next to the blue one, and making sure that that is really good secured on there and glued together, and so on. Now a blue, blue, my favorite color. I'm putting that on there next to the yellow and making sure it's good on there. And let's see what we have here. Yellow, and a tiny bit of glue on there, and then on the wire popping it on there. And I need a blue one. There we are. Oops. Stay together. Not too much, because then it takes like forever to dry. So the thinner layer of glue you have on there, the faster the glue will dry for you. And a yellow. Popping that on there. And then I think, yeah, that's the blue. No, stay down there. And then a little glue on this one. Pop it on the wire. And glue that down. It's like that one won't glue at all. I might have to put a little more glue on that one. And then the last one. Yeah, I need a tiny bit more glue here. So just placing that on my tiny piece of paper, and I'm sorry that's out of the frame, but it's right there next to me, and I always put my glue on a piece of paper like that because you can always throw the paper out and then you can see exactly how much glue you have. And yeah, I just find that easy. I like these stick-it notes for stuff like that. So that was these small flags, and then back in with the little house. There we go. And then they want that to be on top here. I want to straighten that out a tiny bit. And then hang that around there. Just gonna cut off this little excess piece here. Let me see. I'm just gonna take some of my glue here and pop that on the top of some of these flags here. So that it can be glued down. And I'm gonna just do like that and make sure that it is where I want it before I stick it down. There we go. Yay! Whoops. Then I'm just making sure that it is sitting exactly as I want it to sit. There we go. So that is actually pretty good. Pretty good. We came that far. And we used 1.5 hours just for these small things. And that is the things that actually takes the most time. That's the small details. And that is how it is. Oh, that was almost glued on there. It doesn't belong there. Let me take that off and save that for next time. Anyway, I think we did do a few different things. First the little basket here, then the little tabletop, then the pictures all over, and then the windows, and then this little flag here on top. So we didn't do that much of bigger thing, but all the cutting and gluing is taking time. But I actually think this is turning out really cute. So that is how far we are now. I really like it. And next time we are going to, let me just take the little booklet here. So next time we are going to make this little plate here, the coffee can or coffee pot, I don't know what you call that, some papers and the little table, maybe the little bag here, and there's a lot of details for this little wait, there we go, for this little shelf unit. And there is more than enough to do, and then we still need the couch as well. But I think 2 or 3 more videos and then this little house should be all done. But I will stop here for today because I'm tired and I don't want to take all your day. away from you. Great job. The small details take so much time, but you got a lot done. Thank you. And yes, the small details are always the details that takes the longest. The furnitures, you feel like you get so much done, but the details are the one that makes the house look like someone is living in there, and we like that. And I'm looking forward to get this done and put the light on and see how that looks. Anyway, I will end for today, and I wish you all a blessed and lovely and nice weekend. I know I did this a Saturday, so we are half into the weekend already. But again, I didn't have time yesterday, so I decided instead of jumping over and not doing it at all, I wanted to do it today anyway. But next time it will be the third Friday in the month. But I hope you liked it here. Maybe we can do it at Saturdays instead if you think that is a better day for you. But Fridays are quite perfect for me. But anyway, I think I will see you Monday or Tuesday. I don't remember. I think it was Monday. You will see a tour of my big dollhouse here behind me. And then we will see each other again Wednesday as usually, and then the third Friday in next month. Anyway, I wish you all a great weekend, and thank you for joining. It has been fun with you guys. So